In this video, we'll take a look at another example of the independent samples t-test in SPSS. And in this example, we have the variables treatment and pain level. And we had two groups, as we always do with the independent t, for the variable treatment, where I entered value labels, and you can see that the first group all received the treatment of acupuncture, whereas the second group all received the treatment of massage therapy. And after receiving this treatment for a period of 2 weeks, then they responded on a 1 to 7 scale, the amount of pain they were currently experiencing at the end of the last treatment, where 7 indicates the highest degree of pain and 1 indicates the lowest degree. So you can see here that the first person, who happened to receive acupuncture, had a pain level of 6 at the conclusion of the treatment. The second person had a pain level of 5, and so on. The first person in the massage therapy group had a pain level of 6, second person had a pain level of 5, third person a pain level of 7, and so on. So let's go ahead and run the independent samples t-test. So we select Analyze, Compare Means, Independent Samples t-test. And then here, pain level is going to go in our test variable box. So we'll move that over there. And then treatment is going to go into our grouping variable, as this is the variable that separates people into the two groups. Now we can see here that we use the values of 1 and 2 to separate our two groups. So we'll go ahead and click on Define Groups and enter a 1 for Group 1 and then a 2 for Group 2. Then click Continue and then OK. Our output opens, and we can see here that there was a very small difference between our two means, where the acupuncture group reported higher joint pain than did the massage therapy group. But that difference is pretty small. Moving to our independent samples t-test table, here we're going to interpret whether or not the test is statistically significant. First, recall that we interpret the results of our Levine's test. And as a reminder, the decision rule is as follows. If p is less than or equal to 0.05, the variances are significantly different, and we want to interpret the bottom row of results for t. Whereas if p is greater than 0.05, the variances are not significantly different, and we want to interpret the top row of results for t. Looking at these two conditions here, which does ours fall into? We have a p of 0.873. And that falls into the second condition here. So therefore the variances are not significantly different, and we'll go ahead and interpret the top row of results for t. So we're going to look at these values here in the top row for t. And recall the decision rule for assessing if the t is significant using alpha 0.05 is we look at this p-value, and if p is less than or equal to 0.05, the test is significant, which indicates the pain levels differ significantly for the acupuncture and massage therapy groups. Whereas if p is greater than 0.05, the test is not significant, indicating that the pain levels do not differ significantly for the two groups. So we see a p of 0.494, and you should see that of these two conditions, 0.494 is in fact greater than 0.05. Therefore, the test is not significant, meaning that the pain levels do not differ significantly for the acupuncture and massage therapy groups. Next, we'll write these results using APA format. We could write these results as follows. There was not a significant difference in the reported pain levels for those who received acupuncture and massage therapy as treatment. Then here we have T, once again indicating that we have an independent samples t-test, 28 degrees of freedom, which is equal to the total sample size of 30 minus 2. We have a t of 0.69, which is given here rounded to 2 decimal places. And finally, our p-value of 0.494, which is shown here. Now, you can state p is greater than 0.05 instead of stating the exact p-value if you prefer. However, as always, stating the exact p-value is more informative. So once again, in summary, our test here showed that there was not a significant difference in the joint pain between the acupuncture and massage therapy groups. This concludes the presentation on the independent samples t-test in SPSS. Thanks for watching.